Broadcasting to viewers in Liberia and across the globe, hello and welcome to News Today on KMTV. With me, Anthony Kokoi. Wherever you're watching us from, we say thanks for joining our news broadcast tonight. Let's take a look at stories making the headlines. Representative Yeke Kolba escorted out of section after a heated argument between he and House Speaker Buffer Chambers. And citizens in Bomi County early Tuesday morning pledged along with individuals believed to be truck voters in the county over the voter roll update process. And in sports, FIFA has launched an online platform to enable users to access the impact of the FIFA Forward Fund given to members' associations. Many thanks for staying with us. We begin the program on Capitol Hill, where Representative Yeke Kolba was today escorted out of section after a heated argument between he and House Speaker Dr. Buffer Chambers. The decision now makes Representative Kolba will be out of section until the Committee on Rules, Orders and Administration can investigate into the situation. KMTV legislative reporter Zach Sherman reports.
Before Tuesday's session, the lawmaker told legislative reporters about the insecurity he and his staff has faced with under the CDC-led government.
There was a situation where the commander of Zone 3 and the EO Zone 3 brought my former bodyguards, surrounded me and took away one of my security and brutalized him. When you go to the police station right now, you will see a lot of marks on him. So they asked me to send him to the police station for investigation. When he got there yesterday, he was placed behind bars with all the bruises on him.
He blamed the collaborating political party and the Alternative National Congress for not giving him more attention.
I have suspended my membership and I will leave. Look, let me tell you something. Come January, I'm going to leave the ANC. I'm going to leave the CPP. There is a movement that will be formed to liberate this country. We will not have people chonging rock and people don't chong rock.
The Montserrat County lawmaker vowed to establish a political move which, according to him, will deliberate the Liberian people.
I can assure you that start January, we're going to have a movement that will liberate the Liberian people. Look, we're not going to have.
So what happened to the dream of the CPP?
I don't know. CPP. No. Let me say. I'm not close to the authority to discuss the CPP or to discuss the COP. I am saying Liberia need to be liberated, and will be liberated by the movement that will be formed, that will carry the dictator.
At the same time, Representative Yeke Kolba frowned on Senator Dillon's action by retracting threatening statement against President George Weah.
Anything I say, I can't take it back. Dillon is a ball. I'm a man. Yes, I say something, I take it back. Anything I say, I will never take it back. Yes, in my mind.
What do you mean?
He says something and take it back.
The stability of Representative Yeke Kolba at the House of Representatives seems to be at a standstill. It follows what appears to be an interesting drama when the Montserrat County District 10 representative was escorted to leave section due to misconduct.
All the time you talk, I have respect for you. All the time you talk anytime. All the time you talk anytime, I have respect for you. Nobody has respect. You guys have respect in the country for what you want. You guys have respect.
After the heated argument, House Speaker Buffer Chambers read the rules that endorse the decision of Speaker Chambers.
Our rule is clear, especially as it relates to Rule 42, for prestige and dignity of the House. In this respect, distinguished colleagues, we will ask the rules and order to come out, to come out with a kind of advice to this House so that action can be taken. We can no longer encourage people to come here, denigrate this House, insult the President of the Republic of Liberia without a reason. More than that, this House has already started session. So it's a desecration of this House, and this cannot be continuous.
Let's now move over to Bomi County, where the battle to maintain or claim or maintain the senatorial seat in the county has started from the voter roll update as citizens in the county and alleged truck voters early Tuesday morning got involved into a violence act over the voter registration process. Here is KMTV Lofty Winnerware with this report.
We want peace, oh, no more war, no more war, Liberia, we want peace.
Bombing a county with over 84,000 inhabitants seems to be the most controversial county in the upcoming senatorial election, as voters are allegedly being drugged in by politicians to register in the county.
We decided to register to have our voter registration card on that day that we can be registered and vote for our candidate we feel like voting for. But we have people from all of the county coming to register, we not have chance. The 5 years we tried 3 times, no way. This morning we saw our county packed with people, so lot of people, and we want to register to join our family member beating them, or our wounded in there, even my little brother got wounded.
The right to citizens' legitimacy and priority are issues ensuing violence in the voters' roll update process in that part of the country, as citizens of the county want to be served first.
Because for our county, but they don't want to give us a chance. Anytime we get on the land, we say they will pull out of the land. And we want to register. They can at least not give us a chance to register. The people that are bringing from time to bring them. When the starting part, we saw them when they were coming from Como Hill. In the bus jubilating.
We want Tyler.
You ever read?
As the question to who is drugging voters in Bombay County remains unanswered, Representative Edwin Snow and aspirant Alex Tyler are names on the lips of those believed to be drugged in the county. KMTV News, Lofty Winnerware, Bombay County.
Still with the voter roll update, the National Elections Commission has cited bad road condition and logistics to town and villages as challenges hampering the smooth operation of the process in the rural areas. Speaking at the news conference Tuesday, NEC Chairperson Director Brown Lasana blamed the situation on the rainy season, noting that it is the first of its kind for voter roll update to be conducted during the rainy season. She also named Bapulu and Maryland counties as counties that are facing logistical challenges due to damaged bridges linking communities.
While we have managed to get the process underway, we continue to face isolated challenges. As I said in my last briefing, this is the first time the voter roll update exercise is being done in the heart of the rainy season. As such, the challenges of delivering the materials within some of the difficult areas have persisted. In Bapulu County, for example, materials destined for Kongbo are still behind the river in Madingo town because the 2 bridges there are broken. The voter roll update exercise staff are actually walking to their destinations. Also in Maryland County, the teams are yet to fully deploy in District Number 3, Warogo, because the vehicle for that district arrived from Monrovia with some of the materials wet. Notwithstanding these challenges, the NEC is doing everything humanly possible to deliver those materials in the shortest possible time. And we assure all Liberians that the voter roll update will be conducted in every center for the full 3 days. The NEC wishes to emphasize that the voter roll update runs from 8 in the morning to 5 in the evening. I repeat that. The NEC wishes to emphasize that the voter roll update runs from 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening.
Well, at the same time, the NEC chairperson has also frowned on the choking of citizens by aspirants for political purposes and pre-campaigning and violence activities among supporters of political parties as well as independent candidates.
The issue of trucking of citizens. The NEC is concerned about reports of trucking of citizens by some aspirants. We note that trucking is prohibited under Chapter 10.1a of the New Elections Law and is punishable by a fine or imprisonment of up to 6 months. While the NEC is not clothed with authority to impose criminal penalty, the Commission frowns on trucking of citizens for political purposes. and calls on all involved in this practice to desist. A person who is trucked to another area is in violation of Chapter 3 of the Elections Law, which states that a person must register to vote in the area where he or she ordinarily resides.
We're talking about bad road conditions. Let's now move to the southeastern part of Liberia, where several travelers from Monrovia heading to Harper, Maryland County and other countries in the southeastern region are experiencing difficulties in reaching their final destinations. As our Maryland County correspondent reports, several vehicles transporting basic commodities in the southeastern part of the country have been stuck due to the bad road condition leading to the counties.
The month of September is another month of the rainy season in Liberia, and the southeastern region is faced with a series of challenges as a result of bad road conditions leading to the region. Several persons wanting to access the region will have to stay at least 2 or 3 days in vehicles before getting to their respective destinations. The transportation cost is down 18,000 Liberian dollars to get into Maryland County from Liberia capital, Monrovia. Several business owners are also forced to increase prices of basic commodities as vehicles owners charge higher to transport goods to the counties. Basic commodities like rice, gasoline, and oil are sold higher prices than the normal prices. For Maryland County, 25 kg bag of rice is now sold for 4,700 Liberian dollars and 800 LD for a gallon of gasoline. The increase in the prices is a serious situation for locals in the county, as many who cannot afford to purchase at the higher prices will have no alternative but to beg those who can afford. It is now clear that until the rainy season is over, locals will continue to suffer from purchasing local commodities in the county and other parts of the region. Brian Dio, KMTV News, Maryland County.
Well, let's now move on to Nimba County, where a 22-year-old woman has been allegedly gang raped by 8 men in that part of the country. We are now joined live on the line by our Nimba County correspondent, Nathaniel Tukpa. Good evening, Nathaniel.
Good evening, Anthony, and good evening to all of our viewers following KMTV News today.
Now, tell us about this alleged gang rape in Nimba County.
The incident occurred in a small town in Bushman 9 Nimba County called Very Town at the weekend, where a 22-woman is said to be allegedly raped by 8 men. But several of the men are being on the run, while one of them has been arrested by police and is currently in custody. And the police have launched manhunt in order to hunt down the rest of the 7 men who were also allegedly involved into the act. Speaking with the police from Sacramento, where they are going to do this arrest, owing to the incidents that occurred there, the police report that this woman has gone to the creek in the morning hours for fresh water when the alleged perpetrators tackle her and then put the knife on the process. Since then, she's been kept at the Sacramento Comprehensive Center in Sacramento City, Central Nimba County, undergoing medical attention. And while the police continue to do their work and do better investigation in making sure that those perpetrators, alleged perpetrators, are being booked and brought to justice for the right to Supreme Court against them. Recently, you can recall that a rape has been one of those leading crimes commonly among people across Nigeria, and Nimba County is a no exception, where children even below the ages of 5, 6, 4, 3 are being raped and 7 miles by men across the county. So police are calling on citizens to help them in making sure that those 7 alleged perpetrators who are already on the run can be captured and be brought over for the law to take its own course.
Many thanks to you, Nathaniel Tukpa, for feeding us in from Nimba County.
Thank you, Anthony, and it's a pleasure to be with you.
He's our Nimba County correspondent, Nathaniel Tukpa, there joining us from that part of Liberia. Still talking about rape in Grangida County. A 22-year-old man identified as Abraham Johnson has allegedly raped an 11-year-old girl in the Gold Camp in Grangeda County. According to reports, the suspect admitted to the commission of the crime when he was asked for forgiveness. Mr. Johnson is now in the police custody undergoing investigation. President George Weah last Friday declared rape as a national emergency, but cases continue to be reported from other parts of the country. Over now to your sporting news. A team of inspectors from the Confederation of African Football are expected to arrive in Liberia soon to inspect the Samarkand Sports Complex. The SKD is the home ground of the national team, the Lone Star, where home matches are played. The stadium risks being suspended if it doesn't meet a minimum requirements for international standards to host international matches. But how far have the Ministry of Youth and Sports gone with works relative to meeting some of those minimum requirements at the stadium? Here is a report. The inspection exercise is meant to ensure that matches are hosted at facilities that meet international standards, particularly for the safety and security of stakeholders, including players, officials, and fans. It is also in preparation for international fixtures, including the 2021 AFCON and 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. The SKD Sports Stadium risks being suspended if it doesn't meet the minimum requirements of international standards, but the Ministry of Youth and Sports has for the past months embarked on a series of works at the stadium ahead of the inspection.
We've started the repairs and maintenance of the 2 dressing rooms, the referee rooms. As you are aware, this stadium was built with the dressing room being completely naked without any facility in it. FIFA is saying that we should have seating capacity with numbering, where if somebody who wearing number 10 jersey goes to his number 10 seat in the dressing room. We were also mandated by FIFA to have massage table, bathroom, with hot water facility, cold water facility, urinals, and all the facilities that is needed or required of a dressing room. We are trying our best to make sure that these things are done. FIFA is also asking us to have what they call venue operating center. We normally call it OSA football CCTV. We also have a CCTV room here controlled by the Chinese people. Normally during matches, the CAF official will take over that to manage it, but it's here, but right now it's controlled by the Chinese people who have the contract to manage this stadium. We also were mandated by CAF or FIFA to have a meeting clinic, a mobile clinic. We also have earmarked somewhere here where we can do that. We have a media center now that we've changed and developed into a media center where pre-match, post-match interviews will be done, and also journalists can use it to do their reporting. We don't have something called media tribune, so we will change some part of the VIP or around VIP into the media tribune, where journalists can sit and do their reporting during matches, doing their live coverage and live reporting. You know, normally our spectators quit to jump over the fence to come on the playing page to disturb. We have tried to stop that now by extending the fence to 16 feet. So hopefully that will reduce the jumping over the fence.
The placement of bucket seats here at the Samarkand Sports Complex remains one of the major challenges and will cost government a huge amount to complete such project.
The biggest hurdle will be getting the bucket seat with numbering. FIFA is saying that if this stadium is 35,000 seater capacity, the 35 seat must have from number 1 to the 35,000. Meaning if you sit at gate 10, seat number 4, row 8, if you bought a ticket and you did not come, your seat will be vacant. Where we are now, we need a support through the budgetary allocation from the central government. The seating capacity, the 35,000 bucket seats with the Tom Cell gate and everything might cost a little more than 500,000. It's huge, but again, once we sit with the government library through the Ministry of Finance, we will see through our budget how they can be of help also to us.
For the condition of the playing pitch, even national team players usually complain about the condition, but this condition may last a little longer, as the Ministry of Youth and Sports is working with the Football Association to have artificial turf placed here at the Samarkand Sports Complex.
This place is a swamp. So normally during rainy season is very, very difficult to control or to maintain. We are in negotiation with the Liberia Football Association to see how through their FIFA assistance program they can change it from natural pitch to artificial turf. So hopefully maybe in 1 year, in 2 years, the Liberia Football Association will change this place into artificial turf instead of natural grass, because the natural grass is difficult to maintain.
After the completion of ongoing works here at the Samarkand Sports Complex, it is now the inspectors of the Confederation of African Football that will decide whether Liberia has met some of those minimum requirements to host international matches here at the Samarkand Sports Complex. Anthony Kokoi, KMTV News, Painesville. Well, still with sports, World Football Governing Body FIFA has launched an online platform. That's the Forward Impact Map, which allows users to view the impact and progress being made by FIFA in various federations across the country. Here is a report. It is expected by 2022, $3 billion would have been invested globally by World Football Governing Body through its FIFA Forward Development Program. The program focuses on different project types, including infrastructure, capacity building, competition, national teams, and other projects. To be able to share its tremendous achievement with the world, FIFA has launched its Forward Impact Map. The map is regularly updated and monitored by FIFA's development program teams. The map allows users to witness the progression of FIFA Forward projects across all 6 football confederations. More than a digital tool, the new FIFA Forward map offers a glimpse into the real impact and legacy football can bring to the world. The FIFA Forward Development Program was first adopted by FIFA Congress in May 2016 and provides due support for football development in each member's associations. According to the map, $11,445,000 is the total available fund for the Liberia Football Association, while $7.8 million have been approved since 2016, with 44.8% being expended on operational cost, 15.3% on travel and equipment, and 39.9% on projects. One of the approved projects captured in the map for the LFA is the construction of its headquarters, valued at $1.4 million. Anthony Kokoi, KMTV News, Monrovia. Well, with that sporting development, that's how we go home on today's edition of KMTV News Today. But before going, here once again are stories that made the headlines. Monserrate County Representative Reka Kodbat thrown out of section after a heated argument between him and House Speaker Buffer Chambers. And violence early Tuesday morning erupted between citizens of Bombay County and some individuals believed to be alleged truck voters in the county. And in sports, World Football Governing Body FIFA has launched an online platform that allows users to get the understanding of the progress level being made by FIFA in various federations around the world. We say many thanks to you for always joining our news broadcast from across the globe. On behalf of the entire news team here, my name is Anthony Kokoi. Do have yourself a pleasant good night from Monrovia.